as with all of the other ones, all the other games, I've turned down. Let's see, yeah. It's been so long since I've played this. Let's see where we're going. Alright. Also, I am exactly one follower away from 20. Still excited about that. Whoever the next one is going to be, awesome. And then 30 more for affiliate. That shouldn't be too hard. Fully been streaming since what, October? Let's see. It's like right on Halloween, so I won't even count October. It's like November, really. Let's see, so November, December, and half January. Like, not even 3 months. Not even 3 months. Alright. What was I doing? I do not fucking remember. Oh. I was on the go to the groundbreaker? Let me check my fucking... Okay. Oh. CPR when... Any damage that would kill you. Chance of immediately resetting. No. This one. Fuck yes. Absolutely. Ooh. I like what you got. I like your idea there, Felix. Pinions deal bonus damage to corporate. Fuck yes. Absolutely. I honestly should have gotten this one. Legitimately. But, oh well. Alright, let's see. Journal. Main quest, side quest, distress signal. Turn to Gladys on the groundbreaker. Okay. Wait, what? Oh, okay. Okay, yeah. I remember that now. Goodness. Alright. Alright, let's go back to the groundbreaker.
Destination reached. The groundbreaker.
Alright. I will take you two with me. Wait, no. Instead of Max, I'll take Felix. Been a long, boring ass day at work today. But that's okay. Think Saturday or Sunday. Don't know yet. Saturday or Sunday, I'm gonna do an art project because someone uh, actually commissioned me. I'm very excited about that. Commissioned me to do the weapons for some League of Legends character. I don't really remember the name, but it's some League of Legends character, right? And yeah, I'm really excited about that.
If you're here for this week's magazine club meeting, you're a touch late. What's that? Speak up now. What'd you turn up?
Let's see. Found a formula for experimental rocket fuel. Found his fancy toothpaste. Some research on Raptidon musk. Found schematics for prototype weapon from Force. Found this
These
fancy
corporations, I
toothpaste.
tell you. Once they get an idea into their big, dense heads, there's no getting it out again. Can't imagine how I'll offload this. But waste not, want not, I suppose.
Might. Let's see. Force. Oh! Hello! I just now saw your comment. I have no idea how long ago it was I was reading. Hello! I am just off work, bored out of my mind. Let's see. Raptidon musk.
A shame you didn't visit old Gladys first. That would have fetched a good price. I may have thrown in a batch of my famous sugar cookies just to sweeten the deal. If Auntie Cleo's exporting wraps from Monarch, golly me, someone's going to be in the soup when they get caught.
Don't know if I should give her the prototype weapon or not. I think I was gonna actually turn that into somebody. Shit. I don't even remember. Oh well. Okay.
Peaches and cream, if that isn't the most handsome bit of lethal engineering I've seen all week. That'll go for a tidy sum of bits.
Sure you won't go ratting me out. Nah. Persuade 86. Holy shit. An exertion you sent me on was a cakewalk, lady. It was no
Fair's fair.
cakewalk.
No one ever said old Gladys was a cheapskate. No, sir. And I'm not about to let them start. Here, consider it hazard pay.
Alright.
Are you positive? Honest to goodness?
Yes, ma'am.
Can't say I wasn't hoping for more, but I suppose it can't be helped. Law bless you for doing the legwork, sweetie. Don't forget your pal Gladys now. You can come visit anytime.
Alright. What about that nav key? I did your jobs, hand me the nav key. That
I've got a
was
lovely
the
little
deal.
throw pillow. Just something I toss together. Like to keep my hands busy.
Let's see. The hell is this? Pulse hammer.
Gracious. Fantastic. Do be careful with it, dear, as these keys tend to be a tad hard to acquire. You should have a chat with Lilia Hagen in the sublight offices. She's a dear. You'll love her. Now, was there anything else?
Not that I know of.
Anytime, sweetheart. You know where to find me.
go talk to Miss Hagen. Let's see here. Julia Hagen. Sunlight salvage and ship. Yeah.
Hey, boss.
There we go.
If you need a tour guide, I've seen all 12 episodes of Terror on Monarch. Kind of an expert.
I'm gonna be able to set foot on a whole other planet? I know Monarch's a moon. I think it counts anyhow.
One zoot. Alright, I'm back. Let's see. I'm just glad I'm off work for the week now. Oh, my eyes. Hope I didn't get shit in my eyes.
Make this conversation worth my time, Captain. Sure is. Welcome aboard, contractor. One of my guys in Stellar Bay has a lead on some high-grade salvage, but he went dark before he could spill the goods. We arranged a drop at the Saltuna warehouse's loading dock. Find whatever he left there and take it to Fallbrook. My gal Catherine will be expecting you. A few of my contractors run flights in there and out again, working around the board embargo. To
Gotcha.
keep the community lubricated with a steady supply of booze and unconventional erotica. Byzantium kids with more money than sense can thank Sublight for their good time. One of my guys filmed a Raptidon grinding on an automech. Didn't end well for anyone, including the cameraman.
Jesus. Okay.
When the board pulled out of Monarch, they buried or sealed anything they couldn't carry off-world. Apparently, one of Catherine's teams uncovered an abandoned lab with full tanks of Alta Vitae gas. It's exactly 1 million bits per cubic meter.
Gotcha.
Now, get going. Catherine will brief you on the details when you check in with her at Fallbrook. One last thing. When you're on the job, keep a pair of eyes in the back of your head. Understood?
Got it.
Few laws and even fewer people to enforce them. If you're working for the right side, it's a fucking paradise. You'll do fine. Probably nothing to worry about. Probably.
Yeah, see? We'll be fine.
Doubt it. I appreciate the warning, though.
We're not gonna have to hurt nobody, are we?
Oh, we're definitely gonna hurt somebody. I wish that I was messing around in the chamber. Just so I could have reloaded it and looked cool. But no! My ass had to be responsible and keep my weapons reloaded. Let's see. Not doing the main quest. Let's see. What's this? Hasn't heard from her agent. Alright, cleaning machine and... wait, hold on. Yeah, that one. Empty man. Vicar Max. Fallbrook. Okay. Alright. Oh, goodness. Alright, I'm gonna go put the freaking acid wash on the Robot. I find it really
So
weird.
then I says, fine, I'll pay you back for all of it. With interest.
Nice one. You must have had them quaking in their heels.
I mean, I wasn't really gonna do it.
Alright. Right. Oh yeah.
Battery levels are fully charged.
I like Sam. Oh Jesus.
Thank you, customer. All cleaning tasks have been completed. Scheduling next round of cleaning to commence in 4 minutes.
I love that this is still an option.
All SAM units travel fully assembled in a 12 by 12 corrugated steel box.
Oh. Let's go
Got
with this one.
stubborn stains. Leave them for Sam. Did you know SAM units are capable of equipping regulation-grade flamethrower nozzles? Upgrade your attachment today and get to firing away.
I did not know that, but I do now.
SAM units live to clean and clean to live.
I like Sam. Sam can have a flamethrower. I like Sam. Did I not get anything from the groundbreaker? Oh, I got that. Yeah. Alright.
Impeccable timing, Captain. I was about to watch the latest episode in Halcyon Helen's thrilling serial adventure. Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of assistance? Certainly, Captain. I was hoping you would ask.
Show tunes.
It was the law-forsaken parasites. I had become obsessed. My quest to stop them. To avenge my partner, Philip. And my ex-partner, Bernice.
I can't
And
tell if
Lieutenant
this is
Jurgen.
animation or real life. That's
And
really
those two informants had brought me to Rizzo's distillery. But it wasn't just the triple distilled deliciousness of Rizzo's Spectrum brand vodka that I found there. It was death. I made sure the Brain Eaters paid the price. But at what cost to me? It's you.
This is the Halcyon News Network with breaking news.
It's a good show.
Halcyon Helen has been murdered at Administrator Ludovico of Rizzo's refused to answer the big question on everyone's mind. Who will Spectrum Vodka's next spokesperson be? Claiming that a special investigation must be concluded first.
Okay then.
Captain, we have a communication coming in from one
$96
Administrator
grand for
Ludovico.
watching that.
Get off the transmission, Cedric. We agreed to let me do the negotiating. Law be with you, friend. I am Administrator Ludovico of the famed Eridanos Atmospheric Complex. But
I don't know what that
there's
is.
no need to stand on formality. You may address me as Mr.
Yes, this is about Halcyon Hilton's murder. Alright, Mr. Rodrigo. What can I do for you? How about I just call you Lou?
How about not?
Alright, alright. He was fairly polite and he's being formal. I won't be a dick. He wasn't being a dick.
Halcyon Helen is dead. Murdered. Her death is the tragedy of our lifetime. As the face of our new product line, her murder is a stain on the Rizzo's brand. She was scheduled to unveil our newest product, Spectrum Brown, before this tragic event. But we cannot move forward with our unveiling until we apprehend the killer.
Makes sense. First thought was to come to me.
Alright, Ludovico, that's enough. You don't know what you're doing. Let me handle this. Captain Hawthorne, so glad to finally have a word with you. I would have been so disappointed if Ludovico monopolized your attention. Cedric Kincannon, Sublight Underground. I'm so glad we're hiring a third-party investigator. No one wants to see a troop of UDL guards stomping all over my hotel. Least of all me. The murder of Halcyon Helen is a heinous assault on this colony. I look forward to watching you find the miscreant responsible and drag them out of the shadows.
Alright. Having trouble seeing the death of a 2-bit actor as an assault on the colony? No. No. Yeah.
Don't worry. You and I are going to become very close acquaintances.
That's what
I
you're
run the
saying.
Grand Colonial Hotel and Piraeus Spaceport. Ludovico and I are business partners, in a manner of speaking. Eridanos is our shared responsibility.
Eridanos is not our shared responsibility. Eridanos is my responsibility, to which you and your organization have latched on like a parasite.
Ludovico, you wound me. I'm establishing rapport with our new contractor. Let's not give him the impression that you can't be trusted.
Do you really want to do this right now, Cedric? You want to antagonize me while I'm negotiating a contract. Because I promise you, I'll win.
I don't like you. As far as I'm concerned, you're both idiots.
First sensible thing I've heard all day. My apologies, Mr. Ludovico. That was unprofessional of me. Captain,
I like you.
I'm Constable Maria Keene. Hiring a third-party investigator was my idea. I've been studying your dossier. You are an extraordinary scientist. If your talents extend to forensics, then you may be exactly what we need.
Yeah,
As far as I'm
you.
concerned, you're the ideal inspector for this case.
Oh, no. Can't say that. Shouldn't this be the constable's job? Constable. Involved in
Just the three of us.
4. This is 3. No one else is gonna jump in here unexpectedly.
You must excuse us. The situation on Eridanos is tense. If we don't bring Helen's killer to justice, this scandal could scupper our entire operation. Please, Captain, I'm asking you to help us. While you're pursuing your investigation, we'll make you a guest of honor at the Grand Colonial.
See, I like you. You can negotiate with people. Come lounge around and then decide. Fine.
The future of our complex may depend on your success. I'll leave you in the constable's care. Mr. Kincannon and I must have a word.
Yeah.
Bud Rizzo's is paying for that hotel room.
I can't tell you how grateful I am for your help. And even though they may not show their gratitude, I know Administrator Ludovico and Mr. Kincannon appreciate your involvement. Mr. Kincannon could lose his spaceport if board authorities took over the investigation, and if Rizzo's is forced to cancel its unveiling, we might never recover.
Pretty popular if desk inter operation. Those two seem to have some issues. Seem competent.
I represent the law, Captain, but what's happening between Mr. Kincannon and the Administrator is politics. Politics are not my area of expertise.
Mine neither.
The law is
I
simple.
usually just shoot 'em.
Politics are complicated.
Nothing I can't handle. You sound a bit worn out.
I'm pleased to hear that. From everything I've heard, you're a competent freelancer. And at the risk of sounding impertinent, we desperately need the help of someone competent. Thank you for your time, Captain.
Competent.
Whenever you're ready, I've authorized the Unreliable to land at the Grand Colonial.
Cool.
Transmission terminated. Captain, we are now cleared to land at the Eridanos Atmospheric Complex.
Why they're trusting me to catch this person.
It is possible they expect you to understand the mind of a killer. You were, after all, responsible for murdering civilians in Emerald Vale.
My goodness. What?
Eridanos is a hydrogen-helium gas giant, distinguished by a well-defined ring system.
Completely forgot I did that.
The Eridanos Atmospheric Complex is a system of land masses propelled
I only
through a
killed
thin
one.
layer of the upper atmosphere, where humans are potentially capable of surviving.
I only killed 3. He was a dick. The other 2 fucked. That fucking 20 grand experience. Holy shit, though. Let's see. Let's go defense, maybe. Might go dialogue and then something else. I think I'm gonna go dialogue. And then leadership. Yeah, there we go. Alright. Where's this Eridanos place? Oh, that's Eridanos. Okay. I need to go to Stellar Bay.
We are now in orbit above Stellar Bay, Captain.
Alright, good deal, good deal. Ooh. DLC! Okay. Weapons from the Void. Space crime. Yeah, this one.
No blockade is a match for my piloting skills.
Alright. We're gonna leave. I think I want to take Sam. Yeah. Oh, hey! I gave her the info for the toothpaste, right? And then I immediately see an ad for it. That's great. That's great. That's great. I influenced that. I like that. It's a tiny ass thing, really, but I like that. And I haven't shot anybody in a while. My trigger finger's getting itchy. That's Jupiter, basically. Alright. Dump. Change weapon. Fuck do I get down? Sorry, I'm kinda dumb today. Oh, it's there. I'm kinda dumb today.
Hey, hold on there. I gotta sign you in.
Fine.
Don't think I've seen you around. That means you must be new to Stellar Bay. You are new here, right?
There's my ship on the landing pad right next to you.
I knew it. See, I made what you'd call a logical deduction. You must have seen those UDL gunships on your way in. There's only 3 of them these days. Still, they tend to scare folk off. Wish more folk could say that. Gets awful quiet guarding a landing pad that never gets used. You may not have heard, you being new, but Stellar Bay hardly ever gets off-road traffic. Us being cut off by the board and all. Which means I never get to do this part, but I've been practicing, so here goes. On behalf of Monarch Stellar Industries, welcome to Stellar Bay, home of the freshest sal tuna and halcyon. Please state your name for the records.
Fuck it.
Swell. There's one for the logs. I'm even gonna give you your own entry code. I'm not supposed to do that. It's against procedure, but Mr. Sanjar isn't so strict about the rules here. Besides, I got a lot of empty entries to fill.
Alright. Fine by me.
We don't get ship traffic in town. Only off-roaders who do make it out here are sublet. They got a base in Fallbrook. And thank the stars for them, or we would have run out of Rizzo's Purple Berry Crunch years ago. Oh, that'll just make Mr. Sanjar's day if you tell him. The board makes up lots of nasty stories about raptidons and cannibals and whatnot. But that's all outside our walls. Mostly.
Mostly?
Oh, sure. It makes Stellar Bay sound like a rotten place, but it's not so bad. Get a good breeze going, and the sulfur smell mostly covers up the fishy smell.
Ah, the nostalgic stench of home. Can't say I miss the day-to-day of living in Edgewater.
Anyway, Mr. Sanjar's got lots to say on that subject. Kinda goes over my head, though.
One moment. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna
Mr. Sanjar will be mighty pleased to meet you. If you see him over at headquarters, maybe you could tell him I did a bang-up job of welcoming you? Oh, and if you're headed that way, maybe you could do me a favor?
Depends.
I got this Rizzo's Rangers Tossball poster coming in on the next sublight shipment, signed by the Black Hole himself. Only I haven't heard anything in a while. You think you could check with Celia to see if it's come in?
Yeah, I'll ask back.
Thanks a bunch. Celia works for Mr. Sanjar in the MSI building next to the bar. She's always there, so you can't miss her.
The Yacht Club. It's red. Redneck Yacht Club.
What are the chances of all the times and places we could have been born?
Yeah.
We're here.
Light years from Earth, going about our lives.
Every time the punch clock peals, the worker earns his meals.
What are you talking about?
Sorry, I thought you were quoting It's a Wonderful Directorate.
I need to talk to you, but not right now. Damn it, wrong button. Yeah. Tomorrow, and that's Fallbrook. And then Fallbrook, and then Celia, Agent in Stellar Bay, and then also Milka, which is her. Alright, I will come back to this. So, Monarch. Oh, I bad. I don't know what this is, but...
Could I get another advance, Mr. Nandi?
Just make sure it's properly logged.
I'll note it next to the others, sir.
Monarch. Stellar. It's a fucking hotel or something? Oh, they're their own company. Okay.
Greetings, and welcome to Monarch Stellar Industries, producers and purveyors of the finest salt tuna in Halcyon. What can I do for you today? You know, sending you is the first bright idea I've seen from that man, because I told him to stop bothering me about it a week ago. I still don't know anything about it, but if you want to help him, Velma's the one to ask. She's in the warehouse. But I'll warn you, Grimm wore her patience thin a long time ago.
Fair enough.
Not at all. Mr. Nandi treats us all right and pays us well. I just spent most of my paycheck on Raptidon acid. Laws, no. Sometimes it's canid teeth, or mantis worm wings. Whatever Sebastian has in stock, really.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I don't need any of it. It's also I can talk to Sebastian. He doesn't get going about much else. Sort of the strong, silent type. Unfortunately, my apartment's kind of filling up with his stuff. And some of the neighbors are complaining about the smell.
A fucking butt? Just ask him on a date.
What if he says no? Hey, maybe you could ask him for me. I mean, a no would still be bad, but it won't be quite as embarrassing if you ask. Oh, Mr. Nandi's doing that thing where he breathes through his nose real slowly. I'd better get back to work. He doesn't talk much, but he's got this quiet intensity, you know? Like there's stuff going on inside his head that you have no idea about. Plus, he's got great legs. It's hard to find a man who doesn't skimp on lower body exercises.
Let's see. Yeah.
You think that's what I'm looking for? You're funny.
Alright. That's all I need to know.
Sorry, sometimes I get carried away.
Well, new business turns up at last. Celia, didn't I tell you our new statistics-based advertising model would be a hit?
That you did, sir.
How can yield improvements of 26 points as a meeting with me?
No, not really. It's very generous. No, you have a meeting with me. Just be like some other time.
Celia, will you make a note of that for my self-review? Very generous.
Noted.
But not so generous I can't drive a good bargain. Now, who sent you? Rizzo's, perhaps? Or Auntie Cleo herself?
Yeah, no, I'm just looking for the info broker. Charting my own path, going... Yeah, I'm just looking for the info broker.
Why, he's probably still out at Devil's Peak. Not that he's had the courtesy to notify me, at any rate. But if you're here for him, I suppose that means you aren't here for Saltuna.
Could always be both, afraid not. If I have to eat one more weird science project passed off as food in this sprat fucked colony, I am going to stab someone.
Yes, that's it. Channel your anger. I only wish I could do the same. I had hoped that livening up our advertisements with enticing figures would draw the other corporations back to our bosom, but it seems we're back to the drawing board.
Did he just agree with me? I think he just agreed with me. My opinion of you, I believe, has changed, sir. Maybe. I don't know yet. Depends on if you agreed with me or not. I have no fucking idea.
Thanks to the so-called hazard clause, Monarch has been cut off from the board's resources and protection for 10 years now. Now, we've kept ourselves in business by trading with individual corporations, but given the off-the-books nature of those transactions, such arrangements are precarious.
Fair enough. I'm tired of scrounging and scraping by, is that it?
Yes, freedom is a tempting ideal, but a rather costly paramour.
Exactly. Intellectualism fuels the train to mankind's future, but the tracks the train runs on are forged from practicality.
Yep.
Yes, it's as though the good vicar has plucked the very words from my brain.
That's a fair point, I suppose. So what do you mean to do about it?
Mr. Nandi here has a rather ingenious plan to get MSI restored to the board.
On our terms, mind you.
Returning to the board is your only chance if you hope to survive here on Monarch. That doesn't mean it'll be easily achievable.
Indeed not. No worthwhile plan was ever simple. That's what I always say.
And if our advertising scheme hasn't borne fruit, then perhaps it's time we took matters into our own hands.
This lady knows what's going on.
It's true, our Celia is an alarmingly competent middle manager. At any other company, she'd be wasted in data entry. The plan she refers to is a two-pronged approach, and the first part involves seeing Stellar Bay properly defended.
Alright. Fair enough.
Not long, but the devil is always in the details. And the salient detail here is a Bolt 52 cartridge. If you can get us what we need to rejoin the board, starting the Bolt 52, we'll be able to become one of the most productive and secure cities in Halcyon.
And you'll have a powerful ally on the board.
Why, one of the strongest defenses in Halcyon. An extremely powerful ordnance.
So it's a big fucking gun.
I'll need to gather some supplemental materials, but I mustn't get ahead of myself.
You do tend to do that.
The Bolt 52 will be in the old arms building southwest of town, which used to be part of Stellar Bay before we had to move our walls in. And these days, it's overrun with marauders and raptidons.
Gotcha.
Do be careful. I've lost more than a few people to marauders and raptidons out there. Oh, and while you're at it, there should be a terminal in the arms building with some dangerous information. Perhaps you could delete it so it doesn't fall into the wrong hands.
I'm gonna read it first.
What can I do for you?
Yeah.
Then it's good that I keep such meticulous notes. I've asked myself the same thing many times, especially seeing as the legal mechanisms we employed were part of the board's own bylaws.
Ah, use their own shit against them, huh? This is why you can't trust corporations and their so-called laws.
It's true, the board has treated us unfairly, but I'd always envisioned that things could be different. For many years, this planet was home to as many corporations as Terra 2. Back then, it was known as Terra 1.
Gotcha. Terra 1 and Terra 2? See the board put their best people on that one.
Really? I always thought they were refreshingly straightforward names. After all, the whole point of terraforming was to make them Earth-like.
Here, though, the results were mixed.
And as the other corporations began to tally their losses, they decided to pull out.
No guts, no
That's
glory.
also what I thought. Oh, we were young and bold then. Not unlike yourself.
And how did that work out?
That's yet to be determined. We saw the chance to improve working hours and conditions, to reform MSI from the ground up. It's humane, but it's also good business sense. Exhausted, sick, and malnourished workers are not productive workers. Even a cursory review of the data bears that out. Anyway, we learned of a loophole in the corporate bylaws that would allow MSI to claim ownership of the entire planet once the other corporations pulled out, creating the perfect environment for us to enact these new reforms.
That makes sense. I take it the leadership didn't embrace your ideas. This is us and we you keep talking about. Board's own tools against them.
That's what I thought. But the senior executives laughed in our faces and insisted we'd be relocating to Terra 2 along with everyone else.
Yep. Yet here you are. I hope you gave them the finger.
In a manner of speaking, many of us stayed behind in an act of quiet but firm defiance. As the most senior executive remaining, I ended up in charge of what was left of MSI. I moved forward with our planned reforms, as well as our strategy to assume ownership of the planet. Yet not long after I renamed it Monarch, the other corporations dislodged us from the board and began an official campaign to paint us as lawless savages.
Makes sense. It's low even for them. Why would they do that? Greed.
I don't think I realized how far they'd stoop.
Why not just kill
Everything
them
we
all?
did was legal and above board. We followed their rules, and yet they still found reasons to declare us outlaws.
Yeah.
I do think there's something useful in a governing body like the board. Something that keeps us from anarchy, but I dearly wish it functioned differently.
Kill them all and replace them. Simple answers. Well, simple answers.
It's a legal provision that gives the board the authority to cordon off any planet or location that it deems dangerous.
Gotcha.
A necessary evil for the greater good of society.
That's exactly how the board describes it.
Or they can say, oh hey, this planet that is making a lot of money is dangerous. Nobody else can go there.
Yes, making all of MSI criminals in the board's eyes. Rather hard to run a business that way. Why wouldn't anyone? They own nearly all the resources and infrastructure in Halcyon.
Nearly.
Without the board, chaos would overtake the system. Working within the established order isn't a principle to snub one's nose at, Captain.
To be on the board is to be part of the colonial community. And being cut off means slow strangulation.
Roll yourselves. Like, treated you pretty roughly. Is it worth going back to that? Can't fault you for practicality. Seems to me anything's better than corporate yoke.
I fear the MSI citizens who've been dissolved into Raptidon Cud would disagree with you. If membership on the board can ease our hardships and provide us with opportunities, then that's the path I mean to pursue. Besides, I'm hopeful that additional leverage on our part will allow us a more equitable relationship. I've discovered it's much easier to negotiate from a position of power. And I don't mean to leave MSI or its people at a disadvantage. My hope is to maintain the reforms we've managed here, and who knows? Perhaps once we're restored, we could spread them to other corporations.
I doubt that.
What can I do for you? I see. And was his delivery of the MSI authorized greeting up to snuff? Well, that's excellent. I'll see that your feedback makes it into his review. What else can I do for you?
Velma seem out of sorts to you? She's always cranky. No, I mean, more than usual.
Oh, it's nighttime.
I made it a point to stay out of her way.
There's the marker. Guess it's in here. Here, whoa. Here we go. Ah, well. You died. Let's read this note. Oh wait, Sam. Let's see, what's this? Intimidate. Reduce negative reputation for kills when Sam... No. Increase companion space armor. Damage dealt by when using ranged weapons. Base health, threat generated. Yeah. Because I actually want the board to hate me. Deals bonus damage to auto mechanicals. Alright. There we go. Yeah, I actually do want the board to hate me. Passcode you found on Sublight Agent's body. Catherine Fallbrook should provide details. Alright, well. Let's find out It's out of town. It's out of town. There's that. Okay. Oh, hey. Hey, you're Free Monarch. That's right. That's the yacht club. Let's see. Where else was I gonna go? Over here. Got it. Okay. My goodness. I don't know why I'm getting so tired already. It's barely even 5.
Wrapped musk and painted eyes, right here. Hello, stranger. Can I interest you in raptidon tongue? Or maybe some canid toenails?
No.
You look like a man who's looking for some mostly fresh animal parts?
No.
Huh. I haven't seen her in a few days, but I've been meaning to ask her how that raptidon acid is working out. I hope it's working okay, because no one else really seems interested in this stuff. Nice of you to say. I like her too. Wait, I see what's going on. She put you up to this so she could get a discount, hmm? Don't get me wrong. I'd like to give her a discount. She's a real fine lady. Always talks nice and slow, so I understand. But if I give her one, I won't hardly make a bit, on account of no one else having any use for raptidon tongues.
She doesn't want a discount. She's attracted to you. Don't take my word for it. Spend some time with her. I promise she won't ask for a discount.
You sound pretty sure. And she is awful nice. Okay, I'll do it. Once her shift ends, we'll go someplace nice. Maybe to Chef Raymond's.
Alright, good deal. That was... Dude is right fucking here, bro. Also, I do kind of like the look of this town. It's set up real nice. You know... I'm gonna walk around town some, though.
Have you talked to Sebastian yet? What did he say? Okay, but how did he say it? Did he sound excited? Or like he was just agreeing to it? Was he like, yay, a date with Celia, I've secretly been waiting for this? Or was it more, sure, I don't have anything else going on?
Just don't ask him for any discounts. Look, you've got your chance, have fun, and don't overthink it.
Oh, I will. Now I've just got to figure out which jumpsuit I'm wearing and how I'm fixing my hair, or maybe I should go with a casual look? Ah, look at me going on. I'm sure you've got other things to do, and Mr. Nandi's giving me that back-to-work look. Anyhow, thank you.
You're very welcome. I'm gonna go talk to this fucking kid again. Oh, my mission changed. I don't want to do that one yet. Celia sent you to Velma Ballard. Alright. Catherine. Fallbrook. Stellar Bay. Fallbrook. Another one of these is in freaking Stellar Bay. I know it is. I guess it is only this one. Okay.
And the little bastard's slippery, right? On account of its blood, so it's sliding. all over the place, trying to crawl away. Getting so I can't tell the blood from the mud. But I gotta get in there, get right in that baby rap's stomach and dig it out. If so much as a drop of stomach acid got on that medallion, I don't know what I'd do. Might be I'd hunt every damn wrapped out there. Right. What are you staring? Wait. You ain't from around here. Who are you? Ooh, charmer. Don't get a lot of that around here. Folks mostly grump at me about how I should join the MSI payroll. Nice change of pace. Buy me a drink, will you?
Yeah.
Well. Let's get down to brass nuts then, shall we? Wait, that ain't it. Brass rats? Let's talk business.
Brass
I'm headed
tacks.
back out there after I sober up. You want a guide sooner than that? You have to get me something to clear my head.
Yeah, fuck it.
Outstanding! Our dispensary here maintains a stock of, well, I don't rightly know what they are. Steroid or caffeine somethings? Pills. They're very good. I'm cut off for the month, on account of needing one just about every damn day. But I'm sure you've got your wily ways.
Probably caffeine pills.
Fetch me one and we'll be all set.
I mean, caffeinoid?
Well, they work. We got a deal or what?
You won't find a better deal in Halcyon than our special one-time offer for a refurbished sanitation unit. Remember, if it's dirty, it's a job for Sam.
What in the... That thing talks?
Yeah, I know, right? It helps me stay clean. Anyway, I'll go. Yeah. You need caffeine pills. Got it. Radio Free Monarch, that's what it is. Wait, what? Medicine. Oh, Radio Free Monarch's a main quest. I'm fucked.
If Velma's capable of running the warehouse, she can certainly pick up her own caffeinoid.
Don't be so hard on her. With Brax missing, she's working doubles and needs a little edge.
Very well, dearie. But you stop by anytime you like. Hmm?
Thanks, I'll keep that in mind.
Hello, dearie. Why, I don't believe I've seen you before. And with sweet cheeks like those, I'd remember. What can Auntie Abigail do for you? And what a helpful young man you are. Nothing like a little pill to liven up the spirits. Who's your lucky friend, dearie? Aren't you?
This got weird fast. This got weird really fast. I'm doing the first one.
Much as I'd love to, my rheumatism is especially fierce at the moment, and I'm all out of my medicine. But I'd hate to send you away empty-handed. You were here for Caffeinoid, weren't you? Who's it for? I'm so sorry, but with the iconoclasts and the marauder filth chasing away what little trade we get, I'm afraid I have to reserve my supply for Stellar Bay residents. Our reserves have gotten so low, I've even had to start locking the supply room upstairs. Isn't it a shame what some people will do to get a little extra?
Gotcha. Can't trust people these days. You don't get 5-finger discount?
Except for you. I can tell. You've got one of those faces. I'd make an exception for you if I could, my little cherub. Is there anyone else needing a special pickup from Auntie Abigail?
Nyoka.
Oh, her. It's none of my business, but I have told her Dr. Williams would bump up her monthly allotment if only she'd join MSI. Contribute like the rest of us. Now I've gone and said too much. And you know me, dearie. I don't like to pry.
Well, must be some way. I'll just fucking go to somebody else.
So I would love to know where. Sublight supplies don't come cheap. Believe me, there's nothing I'd love better than to help you, but there's not much I can do. Dr. Williams managed the town's allotments from his terminal upstairs. Even I can't access them.
I bet you I can. Let's see, I thought you were in charge around here. I find him. Enough sweet talk. Get caffeinoid. You're gonna need. No, I don't want to be mean to her.
Oh, you flatter an old woman. Me, I'm just here to be a pretty face for the customers. And to keep an extra key to the supply room for all the times Dr. Williams misplaced his.
Gotcha.
The one upstairs, where we store our medicines.
Gotcha.
In the town graveyard, I'm afraid.
Ah.
Here, man was always searching for the flower of enlightenment. On the way, he tried some rather daring substance combinations.
Aha.
The graveyard's near the southern ruins. You're certainly welcome to pay our respects, but the bodies tend to attract beasties. Do be careful. I'd hate for anything to happen to you, dearie.
Alright.
Chin up, dearie.
Alright, let's see. Is this... warehouse.
Smells like rat in here.
Shit.
Oh, it does work. I bought some musk from Sebastian to cover up the saltiness.
Where the fuck was I
Trust
supposed to
me,
be
this
going?
is worse.
Oh. God damn it. Yep, I'm tired. Yep. Running into people now. Not knowing what the fuck I'm doing. I'm fucking... Goodness. Whoop, let's put that away.
Look, you can tell Catherine the new shipment will be ready when it's ready, all right? She's welcome to come up here and pack boxes herself if she's in such a hurry. Sorry. Seems I got my cables crossed. Thought you were another shakedown tough from Fallbrook. Hope you can forgive my temper. This job has been running me ragged lately. First, my autoloader foreman stages a walkout, and now my chief pescatological health manager is missing.
Ah. Let's see.
This again? I swear, this is the last time I contract for any special requests. You can tell Grimm his poster came in. You can also tell him I got a better offer for it. So now it's going to Nell. That about cover it?
Who's Nell?
She runs the betting parlor across the way. Nice professional lady. She asked me about the poster once. Just once. Made a real generous offer, too.
So it's about the money.
Damn right it is. It's staying locked up in my office until Nell shows with her money.
Yep.
No. I paid Sublight for it. So, it's mine. And when Nell pays me for it, it'll be hers. Grimm may have asked for the poster, but it's not his until I take his money.
We can work something out here.
If you want to pay me more than Nell's offering.
Where's Intimidate? Ah, here it is. You won't do much business if your neighbors hate you. Consider this an investment.
I got a feeling you and Catherine would get on like tumors on a pig. Take the poster then. And if I never hear another word about it, it'll be too soon. Something else on your mind?
You're missing
Braxton.
co-worker for starters.
He's in charge of getting the fish fat, but also making sure they don't get too many tumors. He's a real wizard with pharmaceuticals, but he has creative notions of working hours. Comes with living in a free colony, I guess.
Makes sense.
We're not keen on rules for rules' sake around here. Means Braxton skips work sometimes, but it also means no company boss is telling me when I can take a shit.
Fair.
Since you don't seem to be constrained yourself, maybe you could check up on him. He lives in the apartments. Tell him Velma said to get his lazy ass down here, or she might start noticing those extra drugs he's been taking from supply. Sublight boss out of Fallbrook. Handles most goods that come in or out of Stellar Bay. Has a mouth like a ground six spacer. Caleb Herrick runs the autoloader operators. He thinks I don't pay them enough for flipping switches and turning dials. He and his whole crew walked out. Say they won't come back unless I pay them more.
Why don't you just
Because we've got a budget, all right? And in case you haven't noticed, MSI doesn't exactly have a lot of spare bits on hand. You mind slapping him around a little while you're at it? I'm joking. Mostly. Unless you can do it without hurting his job performance. If you can find a way to get him back to work, I'll make it worth your while. Check the yacht club. He's usually there.
Alright.
Unless you're here to tell me he's agreed to do his job again, I've got nothing to say. Hard workers? They turn dials and flip switches. The machines do all the actual work. Caleb and his crew have it better than anyone else around here, I'll tell you that much. I don't have the bits for it, plain and simple. Besides, if I make an exception for him, I gotta do the same for everyone.
She's principled, in at least this area. I will begrudgingly give her that.
Thank you. I think. If Caleb wants to keep this job, he'd better get back to it. I'm about ready to hire sublight contractors at this rate. For running me ragged while he takes an extended leave at the bar? Not on your life. Maybe so, but I bet you Caleb runs out of bits first. Then he'll have to come back. He says he's got a stash to tide his crew over. Could be he's all talk, but if the money's real, I bet you he keeps it at home. Near the diner.
Alright.
Fine by me. Stealing's such a nasty word. Let's call it skimming. And yeah, let's just say I've noticed the stereobiotics we use for the fish would get used a little faster on Braxton shifts. We're not like those corporate towns where you get fined for sleeping on the wrong side of the bed. Besides, the Spacer's Choice stuff we use is cheap enough. And Braxton knows how to get the salt tuna, fat and mostly tumor-free.
Fair enough. Alright. I'm currently passing the hell out. It's a much shorter stream tonight. I apologize for that, but I have to get some sleep because apparently I seriously need sleep. Thank you, Hog, for comment. There's just one, and I don't even know if you're still here, but it meant a lot, especially after a boring ass fucking day at work. I appreciate it. I've been passing out all fucking stream, so, you know. You all be safe, have fun, go watch somebody who doesn't know what the fuck they're doing on Twitch, or YouTube, or TikTok, or wherever the hell you go to watch videos. Go watch somebody who doesn't know what they're doing and say something. That'll cheer them up, just like that guy did. Or girl, I don't judge.